Hi guys! So I have no clue how I wanted to start this video, and I've kind of procrastinated for the past 2 hours on what exactly I was going to say and how I was going to say it. So here we go. So today is July 2nd, and this morning I woke up to an abundance of love from you guys. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will have it linked in the description below. But about a week ago, not even a week ago, like, I don't even know. So, a few days ago, we posted our infertility story. And in that video, it talks about the trials that we've gone through and what treatments we've done, and so on and so forth. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below so you guys can go and watch it. But this morning, I woke up in shock. So for the first couple of days, it was up until last night. It had gotten 41 views, which is a lot. I will state that it is a lot, but in the time since it's been up, we did finally share our channel on our social medias. So it was a shock, but it wasn't as much of a shock as it could have been. But then this morning I woke up to it going from 41 views to 101. So that is 60 views in the time I went to sleep and woke up. And I'm saying I checked it right before I went to bed, because as you guys were commenting and everything, I was looking at comments. So when I went to bed, it was at 41 views, and when I woke up this morning, it was at 101. And for some people, that might not seem like a lot, because there are YouTubers who get hundreds of thousands of views in a few minutes. When they post a video, their followers go and they watch it immediately. But our channel only has 16 subscribers. So for the fact that it went from 41 to 101 in a matter of a few hours shocked me. And not only did I wake up to 101 views, but I also woke up to 58 beautiful comments. I'm saying that not one comment that I received on that video was rude, was disrespectful, was uncalled for. None of them. They were all sweet. They were all encouraging. They just made me so happy, and I'm going to tear up talking about it. But knowing that there are people out there who actually enjoyed hearing our story and got touched by our story. There was a couple of different girls who commented that my story is very similar to theirs, and this gives them the courage to continue, and so on and so forth. There was just so many beautiful comments, and I replied to some of them. I did have to work today, so I didn't reply to all of them. But just know that I have read every single one of those comments, and I appreciate every single good word that you guys said to me, every encouraging word, and I'm so happy that our story could reach so many people. So with that, I have a little bit of an update. It's not a huge update, it's just a little update. And that update is that a couple days ago, I took a ovulation test because I felt like I was ovulating, and I will insert that footage right here. Alright, so recently I told you guys about our fertility journey and what we've been going through, and how this channel is going to be geared towards part of that, is it is a big part of our life, and this channel is about our life together as a couple, our lives, what we like to do, and our journey on trying to start a family. So today I have been having some symptoms of the fact that I might be ovulating, and unfortunately with having PCOS, you never know if you're ovulating even after you take an ovulation test. So you can take an ovulation test, you can get a false negative, and you can get false positives. So If you do have PCOS, obviously talk to your doctor. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do to keep your cycle as well known to you as possible. So with my cycle, when I know that I might be ovulating, I get certain symptoms. And if you don't want to hear about stuff like this, you might want to exit right now because there's about to be a TMI. So I have felt different the past 2 days, and yesterday I thought a little bit, but today I definitely had some mucus, so I wanted to take an ovulation test. So I ran out of my normal ones. My normal ones come in a little silver package, and I get them off of Amazon for really, really cheap. But I ran out of those. But because my husband was gone for so long, I didn't reorder them. So the other day when me and Tyler went shopping, we went into RPX on base, and I found these in the, what is it called? Like the clearance section. So these ones at the PX are $17.49, which is really, really expensive. I believe at Walmart they're even more expensive. I think they're somewhere between $20 and $25. But for some reason, I don't know why, because I checked the expiration date and they don't expire for over a year. So they don't expire until 2019. So I'm not really sure why they were in the clearance section. I don't know, but they were 75% off, so it made them like $4 and change, which I thought was acceptable to buy for these. So if you've never seen this package, this is First Response. Every time I have taken a pregnancy test, I think it's been through First Response. I mean, I've taken the cheap dollar ones when people were just like, oh, you're pregnant, and I'm like, I'm not pregnant. So I took the cheapo pregnancy test to prove it. But when I actually was like trying, and me and Tyler had gone through the IUIs and everything, that I only bought First Response because it is the pink dye, and the pink dye has less of a like a residue line, I guess is what you want to call it. So sometimes with the blues you'll get fake positives or a false positive, not fake, false positive, because you'll see the residue from the blue dye going across, but it's not actually catching HCG. Is it HCG? Yeah. So these ones, this package specifically is the simple ovulation test, predict your most fertile days, and this comes with 8 tests in it. It is 7 ovulation tests and 1 pregnancy test. So I am going to take an ovulation test. I have already peed in a cup. I'm just going to go dip it. Alright guys, so I went and I took an ovulation test, and unfortunately I am not ovulating right now according to this test. There is a second line, but it's a very faint second line. If you've ever taken an ovulation test, the way the lines work are there's a test line and then there's a control line. And the test line should be as dark or darker than the control line. So I have a test line. It's very, very faint, which means I might ovulate later on in the week, or actually, I guess next week. Technically, it is Thursday, so not later on in the week, but like next week. I don't know if you guys will be able to see the second line, but you guys can see the first line, and if it'll focus, maybe the second line, I'm not sure. The second line, like I said, is a very, very, very faint. So, yeah. That sucks, but it's life, and I'll keep waiting. All that happened, and like you saw, the ovulation test was negative. But it's okay. Like I said, it's perfectly fine that it was negative. So I believe that my negative was a false negative. I took that ovulation test probably 2-ish weeks ago now. So So I believe that my negative was a false negative because 2 days ago I started my period. And for some people that might seem like nothing, but I had a period in October, and then I didn't have a period again until last month. So that would have been on May 25th, I got my period. So I hadn't had a period since October. I got one on May 25th. And I know that I ovulated in May because I had all of the symptoms, and they weren't as light as they were this month. Last month, they were very, very intense symptoms. So I know that I ovulated in May, and then I got a period. And then this month, I felt like I was ovulating, but I didn't. It wasn't as my symptoms weren't as big as they normally are. So I was, maybe I'm ovulating. Took the ovulation test. It said negative, so didn't think anything of it. But then I got a period. And for me to get a period 2 months in a row is virtually unheard of. Unless I'm on medication from my OBGYN, I don't normally get a period every month. The last time I had a period every month, I was 17. So my periods started to become irregular when I was 18. And they have just gotten more and more irregular over the years. But yeah, so I'm kind of excited about that. I don't know if it's the weight that I've lost. I don't know if my body just all of a sudden decided to do what it's supposed to do. I'm not sure what's going on. And I can't tell you guys how much I weigh or how much I've lost because I still don't have a battery for my scale. So if you guys watched the vlogs for the past couple of days, I went to Dollar Tree twice, and both times I forgot to get a battery. And I've been to Walmart a whole bunch of times, but the batteries are cheaper at Dollar Tree and they last plenty of time. But the fact of the matter is, I went to Dollar Tree specifically to get a battery and came out without a battery. So hopefully I will be able to update you guys in our normal daily vlogs what my weight is at this point and how much I have fully lost since I started my journey. I don't know if I told you guys in the last video, so I'll tell you guys now. Since the doctor does suggest that I lose weight, I have been trying, and I've been trying for a while now. At my heaviest, which was about a year and a half ago, maybe closer to 2 years, I don't know, somewhere in the year and a half, 2 year range, I weighed 278 pounds at my heaviest. And last time I weighed myself, I weighed 243 pounds. So I have no clue where I'm at. I don't know if I've gained or if I've lost. So I also wanted to tell you guys that with all of your beautiful comments, I do encourage you guys to comment any questions you may have, whether it's about my journey personally, about certain fertility medications, anything, honestly, anything that you guys really would like to know or have any questions about, please don't be scared to ask us in the comments. And please, if you haven't already, do subscribe to our channel. We want to keep everybody updated, especially all those beautiful people who have commented saying that they love our story and they're so glad that we're sharing it. Our story doesn't end with fertility, and it doesn't end with us not being able to get pregnant right now. Our story is way more than just that. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, please do subscribe to our channel so you guys can continue seeing our journey and continue to see where we go from here. Right now, we're at 2 periods in 2 months, which is great. And hopefully next month I'll ovulate again and I'll get another period and it'll continue. But if I don't get another period next month and I don't ovulate next month, that's okay too. Again, thank you guys for all your sweet comments and everything that comes with those comments. And please stay tuned and stay with us. And we'll see you guys on our next video. Bye guys.